This sweet potato flatbread is soft and flaky and perfect for winter months, and they are so very easy to make. Hey everyone, Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bombi. I have taken 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I have also kept some flour in hand, which I will add only if I find my dough to be too sticky. To this I added about half a teaspoon of salt. Now guys, I also like using a teaspoon of curry powder. You can happily leave out curry powder because it is totally optional. I like to spice up everything, so that's my choice. Then 2 teaspoons of oil, and I am using olive oil. Rub the flour with the oil. Here comes the star of the show, a cup of boiled sweet potato. I boiled the sweet potato in my pressure cooker. You can also steam it, but I don't like using oven-baked sweet potatoes as they tend to get dry. Remember that the sweet potatoes need to be warm. Do not use cold sweet potatoes, so use them immediately after cooking them or when it gets comfortable enough to handle. If you boil it the day before, then warm it up when adding to the flour. As soon as you see the dough coming together, stop kneading anymore, because if you overwork the dough, it will get stickier and then you will tend to add more flour, and you don't want to do that. I didn't need to add any water, and the warmth of the sweet potatoes added enough moisture to the dough. I added another half a teaspoon of oil, then shaped them into balls. If you ask me how big they should be, I leave that up to you. But what I would like to say is that if you're a beginner, then my advice is to make smaller balls, as that makes things more manageable. Next comes the rolling part. Take one, dust it lightly with flour. Dust your work surface lightly with flour. I like to flatten out a little initially with my fingers and then roll it out, applying gentle pressure. I didn't feel like editing this part because I felt it may be helpful for beginners. So sit back, relax, and watch how I roll it. Guys, it doesn't have to be a geometric circle, but you should roll it out all even. Do not roll it out too thin, nor should it be too thick. Dust off the excess flour from the surface and roll out the next one. Coming to the frying part, I am using a non-stick frying pan. You can also use a tawa or crepe pan. Heat the pan on medium-high heat. Once the pan gets hot, add the flatbread. Now once you see the surface is changing color a bit, or after a few seconds, flip. Give this side a few more seconds and flip again. Now I love using a little bit of ghee whenever I make this. Apply it on top and flip again, and apply a little more on the other side as well. Now guys, you can also use oil instead of ghee, or no oil if that's how you like it. If you're not using oil, just flip it from time to time and the whole thing will get roasted nicely. As I always say, you are the boss of your kitchen, so you do whatever is good for you or your family. I like to keep them on a wire rack so that they do not get soggy in the bottom. Moving on to showing another one. Guys, you will love having these on cold winter days. They are soft, flaky, and they have this natural sweetness from the sweet potatoes. And the curry powder gives that extra flavor. I serve this with a roasted cauliflower sabji, and I wish to upload that recipe very soon. But you can also serve it with a sauce, the recipes of which are showing up on the screen. Bye bye.